Hey, thanks for stopping by Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd, and today I have with me my special guest, Henry.
Hello.
So in today's episode, we are going to review Oban Gold Reserve, the Night's Watch. All right, Henry, what can you tell us about this bottle and the lore?
Okay, so the one thing I'll talk about is the Night's Watch is, first off, this bottle is absolutely gorgeous. The presentation, this jet black bottle. So that's the whole thing about the Night's Watch, is taking the black. So the Night's Watch is a military order that is in the northern part of Westeros, and it mans the wall, which is this massive fortification that protects all the Seven Kingdoms from all the things that go bump in the night in this fictional universe that we love. So you're talking about everything north of the wall is the White Walkers, wildlings, and giants. So that's what the black is about. And they dedicate their entire lives to doing this. So once you take the black, there's no going back to the Seven Kingdoms. You stay there for the rest of your days. You don't have any children, and you never get married.
It's kind of like being a priest or something, I guess.
Except that you fight off extremely dangerous things, and you may die.
All right, well, let's give this thing a pour and talk about it.
Let's go.
All right. Okay, so when we look at this one, again, really a golden color. There's a little bit of maybe a copper to it. I don't think Oban adds color to their whiskey. So on the legs, definitely get some viscosity there. You can kind of tell there, the light's kind of getting in the way, but there are some teardrops running down the glass. Very pretty whiskey. Man, I like the color on this one. It's really pretty.
Yeah, now definitely I can't say that. I'm up here and I figured this just was fitting because I wanted to bring over this jet black glass. It's from our club, which is Central Arkansas Bourbon and Banner. But I felt like it just really went with this jet black bottle. So I'm going to have to let you talk about the color and I can see what's in your glass. But yeah, it does look pretty good. It's a really nice looking scotch there. Mm-hmm. So,
well, let's go to the nose and see what we get.
All right. Now for me, like I said, I'm a novice when it comes to scotch. It does have a little bit more of ash on it. I wouldn't say that it's, smoky or anything like that, but just compared to some of the other ones, I do get a little bit of that ash off of this particular scotch.
So for me, this is Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. It's spicy, it's sweet. It's almost like if you ate a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and you added maybe a little bit of extra cinnamon and maybe a little bit of pepper to it or something like that. And it's got a briny smell to it as well. I think it kind of takes in that, it's a Highland Scotch, so definitely not anywhere near an Isla type of brininess, but it's there. It's almost like a beach, like if you're on the beach and you get that breeze from the ocean. It's kind of got that thing going on.
And I definitely, on the nose, I'm getting some of that sweetness that you're talking about there. And where you get that, I've got that off of bourbons where it's got that toasted smell on the nose that comes out of the glass. So definitely know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a good descriptor, toasted. Yeah, really nice. This is coming in at 43 ABV, so 86 proof. Yeah, let's give it a taste.
Let's take the black. That's what they say on the show.
Dang, that's good. That is delicious. I love Oban. I have not had an Oban that I've disliked.
So, for me, nice, sweet, spicy as well, which is very surprising when I'm getting that off of a scotch. Like, honestly, just a little bit of that char coming off there, or that ash, or whatever you want to call it when it comes to scotch. But delightful and extremely long finish. I'm still tasting it on my palate here, and about 15-20 seconds later after I finish the pour that I just had. Really, really good.
Yeah, it's like kind of like in your sinuses almost. It just doesn't end. It doesn't seem. So I pick up the salty, briny flavor. I pick up caramel. It seems real velvety, rich, deep, complex flavors. I don't know if I said vanilla. That's how so there's just a lot that this one offers. That cinnamon toast crunch, vanilla, fruit cake, some pepper. I think there's a little bit of smokiness there, but it's not much to me. Some people may not like it, but I don't think it's overly smoky at all.
No, it's actually very delightful. And if I was going to compare it to something for a bourbon or rye drinker, it's very similar to Elijah Craig Toasted. It's going to have that nice new barrel char on there that comes off of it.
Yeah.
And then I'll talk about the availability and price on this bottle. I looked online. I remember bought it because it's got this jet black profile and everything else on it, and also the jet black tube that it came in. It was one of the more pricier releases that the Adagio released for this Game of Thrones Scotch lineup. $60 to $90 is what you should see this bottle for. But once again, this is a 5-year-old release. I think they said it's still about 12 years in the bottle. And somebody might want to tell us in the comments about that. But yeah, this is a 5-year-old release, and this was just a little bit more pricey because it came out with this unique bottle and tube. But the one thing that I'll say about it is if you find it anywhere, do not overpay for it. This is not something you should pay secondary for. I would try to find it on the shelf and pay for MSRP for what the bottle should be.
So you said between $60 and $90.
Mm-hmm.
So have you seen that variation in stores, or is that mainly online that you've seen?
Online. I haven't shopped for these since I bought the whole set as much as I could at one time. So when I bought this, I think I paid right about $75 for this bottle.
Okay.
But I've seen variations online between $60 and $90. I've seen higher than that, but I wouldn't pay secondary for it.
Yeah, I got you. So let's go ahead and give this a rating. We always rate our whiskeys from 1 being the worst to 10 being the best. And we take into consideration availability, taste, and value. That's how we get our rating. So what do you think, Henry?
So on this one, I'm going to go probably with an 8. Once again, Scotch novice here, but presentation, price, the fact that it fits into the show and gives you that piece of memorabilia that you would want if you're a whiskey drinker, Scotch, or whatever. And then what's in the bottle is fantastic. So for me, I would put this at an 8 out of 10.
Okay. I'm right there with you. I'd go 8.5.
Oh.
I really like this one. Oban is just, it's such a great distillery. I love everything about it. I haven't had an Oban that I've disliked, like I said earlier. I'm 8.5. I just think with the availability, if it wasn't for that, I'd be a 9.5. I mean, it's just fantastic. I love it.
There's some stores locally that you can find this at, which is going to be Colonial, Crossroads, and Warehouse Liquor in downtown Little Rock. They still have some of these, maybe not all the releases. Like I said before, the availability is just kind of wonky because it's a 5-year-old release, but do not overpay for it. Try to get it at MSRP.
Yep, that's awesome. Well, thanks, Henry. That's a great description. Thanks for sharing the bottle with me.
Hey, no problem.
If you don't mind, go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell. It's going to help us out a lot. That's the best way to support Casks-n-Que. We certainly appreciate it. Henry, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And we'll get to see everybody enjoying the show each Sunday.
That's right. So be watching for the next episode. If you smash that bell, it's going to notify you when we release a new video. So thanks for sticking around. We'll see you next time.